Hello everybody, and welcome back to SheffPlays Zombie Critique. And in today's video, we are talking about Ancient Evil. We'll do our regular pros, cons, rating, recommendation, and that'll be the review. So without further ado, let's get into it. The pros, the setting is super awesome. I really have to give props to Ancient Evil and even Dead of the Night, all the Chaos maps for really setting themselves out to be in completely different locations than the last. It makes it a ton of fun to explore each one, and it's awesome to see the differences that they were bringing to the table for this. Also, the layout of this map alone is really, really smooth. It feels like a journey, you know? It looks really authentic. It looks like a legitimate location, which it might even be. I might just be under-researched for this map. But, it feels legitimate. It doesn't just feel like a zombie map. It feels like you're actually plopped down somewhere. The shield in this map, I know a couple times I've talked about shields in maps, but this one is really awesome. You get a shield and a spear that you can throw at enemies that kind of warps back to your hand for a new one. And I really enjoy it. I think it's an awesome shield. It's one of my favorites. Next is the mini-boss. He's like a walking Spartan. You've seen me fight him already. He's an absolute tank. I don't even know how else to explain it. He's a ridiculous bullet sponge in this map, but he is really cool. He's got a couple of attacks that are kind of annoying. Well, really only one, where he slams down his shield and it blurs your vision and your movement. It's kind of like a flashbang, or no, more like a concussion. The pack camo is really nice. It looks beautiful. I unfortunately didn't end up seeing it in this one, but I have seen it before, and it is definitely a top one. It's dope. It looks really good, and it fits the map really well. I love it. I should have showcased it, because it really is a beautiful map. Next is the Pegasus, and it's such a small portion of the map, and it doesn't really affect or change anything. But it is how you get to the Pack-a-Punch, and I do believe it helps or does something later on in the Easter egg. But it's such a cool way to get to Pack-a-Punch. After that, you just use portals, but after the first time. But the first time you do it, you ride a literal Pegasus, and it is so dope. I think it's so cool. I love it. And next is the Pack-a-Punch itself, where you have to go to separate cages down here and release a couple eagles using whatever specialist weapon you're using. The chakras are definitely not the best option for this, because trying to hit the rope on the other one, to drop the cage, took me almost the entire meter, which if I have the right specialist weapon I can go and do both of them in one swing. But no, the chakra was definitely a bad option for that. And now for the cons, we have the Blightfather. I know he's on the other maps as well, so it makes sense for him to be here. But I can't stand him. I really do think he's one of the worst additions to this game. And if you play mutations, you can shut off him spawning, but you don't earn XP for mutations, so that would be totally up to you. You can still get the Liquid Divinium or Nebula Plasmid, whatever it's called, but it's just, no. Lastly is the perk layout. I think it's a little goofy. You get two separate sections of the map. You have the upper area where the majority of the map is, and then the lower area where the Pack-a-Punch is. And 3 perks are in the upper area, but your 4th perk will always be in the Pack-a-Punch area. And it kind of just feels a little unnecessary, especially in later rounds if you get down and you have to go get perks again. The travel time is just, it's annoying. It's kind of a nitpicky thing, but I usually have those with these, and I just am not a fan of that. But yeah, overall, I really didn't have too many cons for this one, but a ton of pros. I really do enjoy this map. I think of the entire Chaos storyline, this is probably my favorite. I know we were supposed to get one more. I think it was supposed to be in Paris. I don't remember that well. But yeah, I give this one a 9. I think it is super solid. And out of all the Chaos ones, if you're jumping back into Black Ops 4, I know some people straight up just avoid Chaos maps, but this is one I really recommend. Just because it's super fun. And there's not a ton to do, but like there's enough, and it is a cool enough setting to where you can just kind of go on, and then you have those challenges that you can do every round, and it just kind of fills out the time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. Till then, keep surviving. And next up, we have, I believe, Alpha Omega, and then Tag Duran Toten, and then we're done with Black Ops 4 already. There's really not a lot to this game, but that's okay because next up we have Cold War. I'm still deciding on how I'm going to do that. I'll probably do Onslaught as a whole and Outbreak as a whole and just rate their modes instead of each and every individual map, because that would take a... we'd be doing that until our second year, like, mark point. But yeah, until the next one, see ya.